So we will go to the keyword static. So static is a keyword from the beginning, little bit information that we have known because main method is static. So here we will cover in detail about the static keyword. The keyword static that can be used with a variable or method or block. So that means a variable we can declare as static, a method we can declare as static, or it is possible to declare a block as static. So we will discuss what is static variable, why static variable, what is the main advantage if we will declare variable as static. So first we will go to static variable. When a variable is declared by the keyword, static, basically is known as static variable. Then question is why we will declare a variable as static. What is the main advantage of static variable? That we have to know. Now, I will give an example. Suppose I want to display, I want to display 50 students information. So for that, what I will do? Suppose I will declare one object for one student. Suppose this is one student information. This is the second object for second displaying second student information, or one object containing one student information. Let registration number, let name, let college name. Similarly, registration number, let name, let college name. Similarly, so I will consider 50 number of objects to what represent 50 student information. Let registration number, name, and college name. Suppose college name is 1. I want to display 50 student information of a particular college. Suppose college name is suppose NIT. Let college name is NIT. College name is NIT. So here we will observe. Suppose this is one student object. Let S0. Let this is S1 dot dot dot. This is S49. So in this way, there are 50 objects that we are considering, 50 objects representing 50 students information. Let the information is the value of registration number, the value of name, the value of college name. So in this scenario, What we are observing? We are observing the value of college name that is common. College in S0 object, college name is NIT. In S1 object, college name is NIT. In S49 object, that means 50th object, college name is NIT. So here, the property college name is common to all objects. Suppose we will analyze, we will analyze NIT. So what are the or how much amount of memory will require for assigning NIT? NIT three character, one, two, three, NIT. In Java programming, each character occupies 2 bytes of memory allocation. So three character means 2, then 2, that is 6 bytes. So for S0 college name NIT, this is the value. To assign the value NIT, 6 bytes of memory will reserve. Similarly, 6 bytes, 6 bytes, 6 bytes, 6 bytes. That means total memory location is how much? 300 bytes. Total, total memory only the property which is common. Total memory 3 6 into 50, 300 bytes of memory is reserving. Yes or no? Subhangi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So individually 300 bytes of memory reserving for the assignment of the value NIT. So if this is the in general concept, the property college name is common to all objects. If I will declare the variable college name as static, then what will happen? If college name declared as static, then once a memory will allocate, once a memory will allocate inside a heap, because it is a string value, strings are object data stored in heap. So inside this memory, so one time memory will allocate 6 bytes of memory. 6 bytes of memory will allocate, and the value assigned in that memory. So this is a heap, and every objects share to that memory. Every objects share to that memory. Particular the property college name value. So what we are getting the advantage? Individually memory, if we will allocate 300 bytes of memory reserving, but that common property if I will declare as static, then once memory is allocating inside the heap area, once 6 bytes of memory is allocating and the value NIT assigning into that memory, and all objects sharing to that memory. Sharing to that memory means inside the memory, whatever the content is available, that content is sharing. So that means instead of 300 bytes of memory allocation, only 6 bytes of memory used. 294 bytes of memory saved. This is the advantage. So here, if we declare that common property, if we declare, if we declare the common property, that means your variable C name as static. Wait, once a memory means 6 bytes, will allocate and all objects share that memory. So as a result, memory is saving. As a result, memory is saving. This is the advantage. So we can say static variable used for memory management. Static variable, static variable used for memory management. For memory management. I hope you got the clarity. So
Yes, sir.
when we declare the variable as static, we will observe the scenario. If there is a property which is common to all objects, so that property, that variable, we will declare as static. So when a variable is declared as static, then one time memory is allocating and that memory is sharing by all objects. As a result, memory is saving. In our context, in our scenario, 294 bytes of memory is saving. So out of 300 bytes, only 6 bytes of memory is reserving. Clear concept is clear. So now we will go to program. So I can write, so that scenario, if I will represent through programming, let class student, let int registration number, name string name, and call the property college name. I will declare as static. Suppose this is NIT. Suppose one parameterized constructor, suppose I am taking, let int. So once parameterized, suppose int r, comma string n. The property or the variable c name already we have assigned. So for that, there is no need to take any parameter. In parameterized constructor, we know instance variable equals to local variable. So I can write name equals to n. So then there is a normal function or concrete method that is also called as system.out.println. Suppose the value of registration number, there is a space, let the value of name, system.out.println, let the value of college name. Then we will go to the main method. Let class static example1 public static void main string args. So let it, I will declare an object student s0 equals to new student. We have defined a parameterized constructor. In our last class, we have studied once we have a parameterized constructor, so we know that at the time of declaration of an object, the constructor will execute automatically. Since we have taken parameterized constructor, at the time of declaration of an object we will pass the value. Let registration number is 101, let name is suppose Oxe. Similarly, suppose I will take another object student S1 equals to new student, let 102, let the name is Santosh. Suppose I will take two objects, then you can consider 50 objects, there is no problem. So S0 dot show method, then S1 dot show method. So now my program is finished. So when this line will execute, this is the object declaration. So constructor parameterized constructor will execute. 101 is the value of R, Oxe is the value of N. R value have assigned in registration number, N value have assigned in name. So registration number value is 101 and name value is Oxe. When second statement will execute, again this constructor will execute. Then when this line will execute, show method definition will execute. Show method definition nothing but two output statement. So as per the output statement, output value will come to the picture accordingly. Again this line will execute, again this person will execute. So now I will save this program. So your folder was Java programming. So I will go to Java programming folder and I will give the file name static static example1.java. Now I will do all files. I will save. I will go to command prompt. I will go to A drive. Then I will go to Java programming folder. Then I will compile Java C space file name static example1.java. So now I will run Java space class name static example1. Just to see output is 101 Akshay NIT, 102 Santosh NIT. That means the object S0 sharing NIT, S1 object is sharing also the value NIT. So I hope you got the clarity. Subhangi,
Yes,
Sachin,
sir.
give a response. Okay, so
Yes,
static,
sir.
this is all about static variable, static variable. If the interviewer will ask why static variable, simple answer, static variable saving memory or static variable specifically used for what? Memory management. So now we will go to the next point. Have you written all these things? Otherwise, take the
Yes, sir.
screenshot.
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay. So then we will go to next point, a static method. Static method. Static method. So like static variable method can be declared. Method can be declared as static, which is known as static method. From the beginning that we have studied, main method is static. And from the beginning, I have given the clarity. Static method is a class level concept. That means static method directly invoking by class. So static method only access static data or static data members. Static method directly invoking by class because it is a class level concept. So if you have a static method, there is no need to declare an object. If you have concrete method, then you need to declare an object and that concrete method will be invoked by the object. Normal method is called as concrete method. Just to see, so why static method? Static method, strictly speaking, static method only access. Static method only access static data. So just to see, so I will take an example. Let class A1, suppose I have a static data, static int x. I have a static method, let's get method. So I can write x equals to 200. System.out.println. I will write x equals to then x, the value of x. So here let A1 is our class name and x is a static data. Get method is a static method. So static method only access static data. Suppose I will write int y and inside the get method I will write y equals to 300. Immediately compile time error will arise. You remember static method never access non-static data. So to access non-static data, we need to define a concrete method. So we will go to the main method, static example 2, then public static void main method, string args. So here, since get method is a static method, there is no need to declare an object. Static method directly invoking by class. Directly invoking by class. So I can write a1.get method. So I will see. Now I will save this program. Static example 2.java. Now I will do all files. Now I will save. Go to command prompt. So I will compile Java C static example 2.java. Now I will run Java static example 2. Just to see, we got the output x equals to 200. When a1.get method, when get method invoking by a1 class, then get method definition executed. As a result, we got the output x equals to 200. So what we observed from overall, static method is a class level concept. So class level concept means it is directly invoking by class. So in later on, when or any place, you will see a method is directly invoking by class, then that method is a static method. I hope you got the clarity.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so static variable saving memory, static method directly invoking by class. Clear? Concept is clear?